Hey, what's up you guys? This is Steffi, aka My Humble Opinion, and welcome back to another Fan Reaction Friday video. In today's video, I'm watching Killing Eve Season 2, Episode 1. The episode is entitled, Do You Know How to Dispose of a Body? So let's get right into it. Wow, 30 seconds later. Okay, ladies, let's go. Wow, that must be, like, interesting for the next writer after Phoebe to, like, just... Alright, let's take this and go. Like, literally right where she left off. Oh shit. Oh my god, that elderly lady! I wonder if at any point Eve is just like, I am way in over my head. Oh my god. I thought someone was gonna be fucking hiding in there. Oh, I guess she was hiding in there. How is she still standing?
I know how you are.
Carolyn?
Get back.
I think I might have killed her. Congratulations.
Gare du Nord. Gare du Nord? I love how, like, European this show is. Like, in terms of, like, we're going to all these different places. So cool. I feel like I'm, like, traveling the world. Oh. Oh my god, honestly, how is she still standing? Oh god. Oh, the alcohol, the sting. Oh, it's a gun.
Do you have anything in your pockets?
Oh, girl. Oh, girl, you are in over your head.
Excusez-moi. I had to go to the loo. It was an emergency. I had a bad oyster.
I love that. I had a bad oyster?
I was just like you. How do you know me? Have you thought about meetings?
Oh, she thinks she's an alcoholic.
Oh, you think I'm a junkie? I really don't think that's an appropriate term.
Oh, okay, or a drug addict, okay.
Most addicts don't, but it takes one to know one. Huh?
Well, I guess in a way she is kind of like addicted to Villanelle. Oh my god, girl! You know, I will say though, Villanelle is freaking smart. She's like, no one is gonna freaking pick me up if I'm hitchhiking my way. I just need to run in front of a car and guilt trip them. Wow, he literally just like fucking laid her in front of the hospital. The American in me watching this is like, who's gonna pay for the hospital bill?
It's deep, but it didn't penetrate any organs. With antibiotics and dressing, it should heal.
You sure? Merci.
Where's Nico? We haven't heard from him in quite a while.
Pourquoi tu dois marcher?
Parce que je suis poursuivie par des voyous. Je dois aller à Londres rendre visite.
Oh, she's calling Eve her girlfriend.
It's really going.
No way. A man stabbed you?
A woman stabbed me.
Women don't stab.
I know. Sometimes when you love someone, you will do crazy things.
Oh, is that what we're calling it now? Love.
Yes.
You know someone has lost it if they're voluntarily listening to that song. Oh, girl. I love how, like, very faintly in the background you could hear that song.
How was your work trip?
Fine. It's fine.
It was boring.
I was fired, so we can go back to just being normal.
Eve, I think you need to take a couple minutes. You've had quite the eventful past couple days. These hands killed, or so she thinks.
You've been in the bath for more than an hour. Is everything okay?
Nico, read the room.
I'm going to eat.
Nico is clearly over this relationship, so I'm just waiting for the impending separation.
You're really good at stealing. You should do it more.
Funny.
Yes. I am funny.
Damn, Carolyn is like fucking relentless. Oh, she did a star 67. She star 67'd her.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Polastri. It's Orlando here from Rushmore Windows and Glazing. I'm calling to talk to you about our new promotion. Do you have time to talk?
Oh.
Yes. Tell me about your windows, Armando. Tell me everything about them.
Oh. Tell me about your windows, Armando. Clearly, Eve is just like missing the mundaneness and the ordinary of life because the past couple of days have been a whirlwind for her. So just doing anything or hearing about anything remotely normal is just like a nice mental escape for her. She's like, fuck these Crocs.
Do you have any money, Gabriel?
No?
Do your parents have any money? Are they coming to visit today?
They died. In the accident.
That's not helpful to me, Gabriel.
You don't look very good.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Wow, that was a rough fall.
Ah, Eve, this is Oliver. Oliver, say hello to Eve.
Hello. Would you go and play that swing over there and just show Eve how high you can go?
Oh shit, I'd be scared if I was Eve.
I had a feeling. I am sorry. I went to find Villanelle.
And did you?
Oh,
No.
I did more than fine though.
Oh my God, Carolyn. What? That man's taking Oliver.
It's probably his father, Eve.
Wait, isn't he with you?
No, I've never seen him before in my life.
Isn't he with you? I love Carolyn's outfit though. It's like very like chic, older, middle-aged woman moment. I love it.
That's what? Oh, it's over. You fired me.
Oh, yes, I did. Well, lucky for you, circumstances have changed.
Oh, she's rehired just like that. I wonder if Kenny's rehired.
Gabriel, do you have any clothes?
Yes. In there.
Oh, Julia.
Oh, Julia. Oh, Julia. Carolyn.
He has been the tiniest bit exude. Can I sit down, please?
I am sorry about this. Can I get you something? Water? Whiskey?
A burger?
That's the formaldehyde. That was delicious.
Better?
Oh my god, how could you
Why am I
eat
here?
in that place?
Narja slipped a note under the door of a prison cell. The note contained 2 words. Alistair Peel. And it was addressed to you.
What?
What do you mean it was...
You think he was murdered?
You think it was... Yes. So I thought I'd draft in the head of the fan club.
Come on, channel your feelings. I wonder if Gabriel's parents are gonna be in the morgue.
What if she stabs you again?
She won't know her better than anyone. Better than she knows herself.
That's the truth.
Never.
Do I look scary?
Your face? Yeah.
Will it get better?
No, don't think so.
She's such a bitch.
I don't want people feeling sorry for me, staring at me. I hate it. I want to be normal.
Are you sure? Normal is boring.
Oh, look at Villanelle having a moment
I'm
with
not
the
normal, you know.
the youth.
I wish I died in the car, like everyone else. Would you want to spend your whole life like this?
No, I wouldn't.
I'm waiting for this to turn. That was horrendous. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I guess you can make an argument. Oh, she is giving him some sort of peace. That was still horrible.
J'ai besoin d'être seule un moment.
Ok, allez-y. Restez près de l'entrée pour votre sécurité.
Please do not hurt this man on your way out.
What's going on with Constantine in Moscow? And what were you doing talking to Villanelle in that prison? I mean, who do you even work for? Are you a part of the 12?
What really happened in Paris?
She's like, let me
I
ask
was
the
not
questions
as
here,
addressed,
Eve.
but why are you and Villanelle so interested in each other?
It's called sexual fluidity, Carolyn. Isn't that in like a city or town, the border of the UK and France, I believe? Oh my god, she's taking this poor family's car. She's coming. Alright, and some post-show thoughts. Okay, I feel like a major theme of this first episode is this idea of normalcy, or trying to get back into a normal way of life. And after something traumatic happens, that suddenly really becomes your new normal. Obviously, this first episode of season 2 quite literally takes place like 30 seconds where we left off from the first season. And I feel like throughout this first episode, we see Eve specifically trying to sort of find a sense of normalcy in her life again. Whether that was when she returned back home and she was like, you know, cooking, jamming to kids in America, which, I mean, that should have been a red flag. But she was cooking in the kitchen, and then also just like her, I wouldn't even call it excitement. I would say it's like a sense of relief upon answering that call from the telemarketer about windows. She just needed like something that reminded her of some sense of mundaneness, normalcy before all of the traumatic events happened. And I actually found Eve's storyline mirrored Gabriel's storyline, who was the patient that Villanelle was kind of with in this episode. We learned that Gabriel is this like young kid who is the survivor of this car crash where both of his parents died, and he at one point, you know, talks about how he wants to be normal. His face is disfigured now because of the car accident, and he just wants to look normal again. He's venting to Villanelle, and in that sense, like Gabriel's desire to just be normal again, look normal, live a normal life, and Eve's desire to also live some sort of normal life as well, I thought was like an interesting way to connect those two storylines. But, you know, the thing is, there's a moment where Eve and Gabriel, they express this desire of, I want to be normal again, I want to return to my normal life. It's interesting because Eve is venting her feelings to Carolyn, and Gabriel is venting his feelings to Villanelle. So essentially, I feel like, and I don't know, maybe this might just be me, but sometimes I feel like when we're just sort of like just sharing our thoughts with no sense of filter, it's kind of like we want someone to convince us that the thing that we are wanting is not actually the thing that we want. Or maybe, I don't know, I might be projecting there, but it's interesting to think like the way in which Carolyn and Villanelle respond to their sort of like quote unquote cries for help, because it's like very different. Like essentially both Eve and Gabriel are trying to like talk themselves out of a ledge, but when Eve does it, Carolyn says to Eve, you clearly don't want that. You know you don't want that. But with Gabriel, like Villanelle didn't even give him a choice really. Or you know what? I guess she didn't give him a choice, but you know what? She actually did give him what he wanted. I think at one point, I'm pretty sure Gabriel said he doesn't want to live like this. So Villanelle was like, okay. And then she killed him. So it's interesting the way in which like both of those different people responded to Eve and Gabriel respectively. But yeah, I feel like the general theme of this episode was how after something like life-changing occurs in anybody's life, normal doesn't really exist anymore. And did normal really exist in the first place? You're forever going to be changed by that traumatic event, and you kind of just have to accept that your new set of circumstances, who you are now coming out of that situation, is the new normal. Alright, and my question for you guys is, again, whenever I come up with these questions, it's always so hard because it can't necessarily be plot-based, but this question I feel like is more of like a philosophical question. Is I want to know, do you guys think normal actually exists? Because I would make the argument and say that normal really doesn't exist. In my opinion, I feel like there is no such thing as normal. Normal is literally just what we are used to. Given the times, obviously people can say like pre-COVID-19, those were like normal times, right? People going outside, people actually not having to worry about being close to one another. But it's interesting how, in light of what's happening right now, people have to adapt. People are adjusting to the current situation, and then this quote-unquote becomes the new normal. But then once, hopefully, fingers crossed, COVID-19 goes away, then there's gonna be a new normal. So like, does normal really exist? I don't think so. I think normal is always like an ongoing, constant change. It only feels normal to us because that's just what we're used to on a daily basis. So I want to know, you guys think that there is such a thing as normal? Because I personally don't. On a personal note, I feel like there's been several times in my life where something very specific has changed and it like totally twisted the way I thought about life and the way I viewed myself and the way I functioned in my life. And during that transition, I remember thinking like, oh my god, I wish I could go back to the previous times before that particular event happened. But again, it's just because I was comfortable in that routine, because that's what I figured was my normal. But now, post that change, this now is kind of like a new normal for me. So yeah, I want to know, do you guys think normal actually exists? Alright, and that's about it for this video. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and please turn on that notification bell so you know when a new video from me comes out, and comment down below your thoughts on this particular episode. I'm gonna take the time to plug my podcast. If you guys don't know, I host a podcast. It's called Diva Dailies. It's a podcast where I deconstruct divas on film and TV. If that's something you think you'd be interested in, definitely give the podcast a listen. You just search Diva Dailies on whatever app you listen to and we should be there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, everything I said was just my own personal thoughts and all my humble opinion, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!